Well, I do want to welcome you back. Isn't this exciting? Welcome back. Ooh, wait a minute. After he's had an overhaul. He's had what it is winter conditioning. Just put him in and everything has been readjusted. All your valves are working. Look at that. Boy, you look like brand new. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Now, let me show you around the rocket ship, huh? You had the winter tune-up. Check your points and all that? Okay, good. Let me show you around the rocket ship. Come on. Run over this way. This is our tons of toys time area. Now, we don't give away a ton of toys. That's ridiculous, isn't it? But we do give away $200 worth of toys a week. $100 worth to a lucky boy, $100 worth to a lucky girl. It's a drawing. It's not a contest. Yes, they send in postcards. I'll tell you more about it later. No, you may not. You may not enter. No. Ow! You may not. All right. There it is. No! You know, I'm smiling. I don't think that's funny because 600 pounds of metal on a man's foot hurts. It really smarts. Now, don't do it again. Now, stop the... I'm not finished showing you around the rocket ship. Come on over here. Oh, come on. Oh, come on now. Be a good sport. Come on, Crowbar. Don't put your hand in there. You stand right here. That's my humidifier. Electronic humidifier. It keeps the humidity. Just don't touch it. Don't put your hands in it. Don't ever put your hands anywhere near anything like a revolving blade of a fan or anything like that. That is a condenser of sorts, which equalizes and stabilizes the actual pitch and yaw of the rocket ship itself. It's very technical stuff. Oh, this you'll be interested in. See this over here? This is our puppet theater. This is where the puppets. Oh, see? We use it for a storage space, too. We're not using it for puppet theater. Little bird in there. Okay, so that's about it. Isn't it nice? Oh, wait, but this is the pièce de résistance. Look at this. Look. Watch this, my electronically operated door. Electric eye. Isn't that something? Huh? They're right out there. Yeah. That's the way it works. Can you imagine how horrible it would be if that ever fell into... It won't work for you. Wouldn't it be awful if the controls... Oh, it won't work for you. I have to control it. Hey, look, I've got to go out and find Billy. You haven't seen Billy for a while, have you? All right, I'm going to go find Billy and bring him back, okay? Let me show you how this works from the outside now. The only way you can control it is by the use of my arm, see, because if it ever fell, it's not like one of these garage doors. If it ever fell in the wrong hands, we'd be in serious trouble. I know! Woo! Wow! 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 Jimmy, baby, I thought I left the door open. I did, didn't I? I left the door open. Yeah. Which way do you have? What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey. You. Hey. Dinner man. Are you controlling my door with that dial of yours? Are you controlling that door? Come back here. Come back here. Where's my telephone? It's Science Spoken here, and Ken Pauley said they were talking about toys. And what is that you're, if I may use the expression, playing with there?
All righty. What we're doing is we're actually discussing today scientific toys.
Yeah.
And lots of toys on the market can be educational. Sometimes they may not appear to be right off the bat unless you're familiar with some of the physics involved. Here's a little device that I think is kind of fun, particularly for little people, and we find out that sometimes even adults find out that they get really fascinated by this thing. Actually, all it is kind of a flat disc that has an oil on the inside. And inside of the oil, there are little metal, tiny microscopic metal particles that reflect light out in different colors. And if you apply pressure to the back of it with your thumb, the color pattern will change. Now, it's not doing it with temperature. It's doing with pressure on the back, makes the thickness of the material thinner or thicker, depending, and as a result, it reflects off all the different colors of the rainbow. And it's done through the refraction of the light that's coming into it, and it makes all kinds of just beautiful color patterns and kind of rather interesting to watch. And as I say, I do that just by rubbing my thumb on the back of the material, and it's a pressure on the other side causing it to make that funny little design.
If you rubbed it on the front, it didn't do a thing at all.
It wouldn't do anything on the front because that's a solid piece of plastic where the back is actually kind of a very soft plastic.
Is that similar to this?
This is kind of similar, and this will give us a little of an idea about, for example, currents and pressures and so on, but at the same time it's just fun to play with. Here's again an oil in a bag that has a restriction right here, right in the middle, and it's only got one restriction. The seam that comes down cuts across, and there's just like a little opening in a dam, if you will. And by applying pressure to one end, for example, the bottom end now, which is gravity is filled up with a lot of fluid, by squeezing it, we can set up a current flowing through, and we can follow the direction of the current, release it, and the current goes back down to the bottom, back and forth. And now we can study actually currents, where the high pressure and low pressures are in this little system. And if you're not interested in the physics at all, it's just absolutely fascinating to play with this thing for hours on end just to see
the design?
just the designs that you can make out of this thing.
Yeah.
And no matter which direction you go in, you can also take into consideration gravity as it flows across. So you can establish just about any kind of a stream pattern that is natural in nature, in riverbeds and so on, and a beautiful current setup.
Ingenious.
Well, ingenious is right. Another science toy that helps us to show a little bit about magnets, and one of the most difficult things with little magnets is the mysterious magnetic fields they create. You can't see them, and literally we can't feel any kind of a magnetic field. But indeed they do put it. The Earth puts off a magnetic field. And with a little liquid that has iron filings on the inside of it, these iron filings will be attracted by the magnet. If I put the magnet on it, we can see that it'll draw this liquid around on the inside because it's kind of like iron filings inside of a fluid. And you can make it mysterious for your friends by taking the magnet and bringing it around back, putting the magnet on, and all of a sudden you can create all kinds of neat little designs and patterns with your magnets from behind, and you can actually move this fluid around and have a lot of fun. But it also establishes magnetic fields, and you can see the way the magnet actually sends out its magnetic field all around it. And it gives you a little bit of a graphic way to see things. Another little toy, actually a Frabbits, if you will, something that really doesn't do much of anything other than what it does by itself.
A Frabbits.
A Frabbits. And this little device is what we call a radiometer, and this little device kind of looks like a light bulb. And inside of the light bulb, there's some air, and on a needle is balanced 4 tiny little paddles. And when you turn on light, the actual light beam hits the little paddles and causes them to go around incessantly.
Well, it's not the heat then, you're saying?
No, it's not heat. It's actually light that's doing it. And if I shield this from the light, it'll slow down and will eventually stop. So if you're in a dark room, it'll remain motionless. So if you put it in the window, at night nothing will happen unless you turn on a light in the house. And then during the day, the sunlight will just keep this thing going perpetually. It's as if there were a perpetual motion machine, as long as we understand that it takes sunlight or some kind of light in order to produce that. A radiometer, a very neat little device to show you the action of things that you can't even see with your naked eye. Another neat little device is our little dabbling duck, and I can remember as a child really being baffled by this little device. And today,
I'm an adult, and I still am.
still baffled by these things. Well, this little dabbling duck here is kind of a neat little rascal because as long as you don't touch him and you give him a little glass of water or a little cup of water to drink out of, we find that indeed that little rascal will continue to drink forever and ever and ever and ever.
Why, Ken? Can you explain
I'll
the
tell you why.
scientific reason for it?
We've got these designed so that you can actually see the inside of the little duck. And you'll notice that he has a clear neck,
Yeah.
and he has a liquid down at the bottom. And you can see now the liquid rising up in his neck. The reason it is rising up in his neck is because his whole head is wet, and it's cooling off. And as it cools off, it causes the gases inside to constrict a little bit, creating a slight little vacuum, which draws the liquid up. Once the liquid, when he finally dips down, all the way down to the bottom, come on, duck,
Yeah.
all the way down, duck, beautiful,
He's
the
tired.
liquid runs back out into his little tail again and tips him back over the other way. So indeed, his little device, it can tip back and forth, using a liquid that's sensitive to pressure very easily, and as a result, he tips back and forth,
Again, seeming like perpetual motion, though.
seeming like perpetual motion.
It
But
really isn't.
if we take away the water, so the evaporation on the head isn't there, he'd stop working.
Oh.
So actually, we have to keep adding to the system, like water and, of course, temperature. One of the neatest things that a lot of young people are always interested in, and if you find it difficult to figure out what to get somebody for at any time, young people really enjoy books. And as a matter of fact, a lot of people do not have even the most elementary kind of little science books around the house. And believe it or not, in the new paperback editions, books are extremely reasonable. And they're full of beautiful color pictures.
And they're good to have around the
they're
house.
good to have around the house. When a youngster comes in and says, I see a large black bird out in the backyard, what is it? A little science library at home is very
Go
inexpensive.
right to your science library at home.
Sure.
Thank you very much, Ken. We're going to come back and discuss some more toys in just a few minutes. Right now, we have to leave. But let's get it right this time. We're going to leave for now. We're going to come right back, though. When we do, we'll look for you. See, you're supposed to go when
Hold
I...
on, put your...
Very few people appreciate fully the responsibilities of command. Well, here, being in charge of my own rocket ship, all that ensues, you can imagine the responsibilities that I face. Now, for example, little things take place daily here, which I, believe it or not, have to answer for. There are, for example, provisions, the laying in of supplies, the getting enough fuel to get from one spot to the next. These are all my responsibility. Now, very few people realize how heavily this sort of thing weighs on a man. And when I then want to go out fishing, excuse me. Hello? I beg your pardon? This is he, yes, this is me. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! It's the Inspector General. Yes, sir? White glove inspection? Oh, that's the worst. Oh, when? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Right now? Oh, but look, sir, if you could we possibly, sir? Oh boy, it's the Inspector General. It's coming over for a white glove inspection. It's coming over right away, and I don't have enough. I spilled some grease. I spilled the grease over here just the other day, and I'll have to try to get it, keep him away from this spot. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, look at that. What a sloppy mess. Oh boy. Oh, I gotta figure out some way to head the Inspector General off. This side of the thing is all right. That's bad. I got to keep away from there. This area will be all right. Got to get my horse show. This is the white glove inspection, and they can the least little dust he can see with his white glove. That's the worst one. It's he. Yes, sir.
Inspector General.
Yes, sir.
Inspector General. Hey, ha.
Boing.
There's one. Huh.
Boing.
Are you running a tight ship? What?
Oh, yes, sir. Very tight ship.
I'd like to look around and inspect with my famous white glove inspection.
The white glove
Yes, I
inspection.
think I'll start right over here.
Look, would you not? Why don't? Oh, how about over here?
Huh?
Yeah, we ought to check these first, sir. All right, to the side of the river.
Shall I walk this way?
If you want to, yes, sir. You're the Inspector General. That's the way you want to walk. Here, inspect this side.
Huh. Not bad, Mud.
Isn't that good?
Not bad again, Mud.
Yes, sir.
Ah, very good, Mud.
Nothing there?
Very good, Mud. It's perfectly clean, perfectly clean. You do a remarkable job, I think, I'll inspect over here right now.
Wait a minute, sir. How about, over here, the tons of toys, Tom.
Oh?
You want to get that first.
Tons, walk this way?
I mean, walk that way. You want to, sir. Boing.
All right.
All right. You want to inspect that?
Well, let's see. Well, this is the,
Tons of toys.
Aha!
Yeah.
Oh, very good, Mud. I'm very pleased. You may very well win the Achievement Award for the entire exercise of Wallace Hotel.
Excellent.
Now, let us stick over here.
How about, how about this? How about this board right
This
here?
board over here.
Let's get this board.
Aha! Ah! Look at that. That's just marvelous.
Isn't
Mud.
it great?
Oh,
Isn't it
yes.
great? Yes, sir.
Hey, come on.
Isn't that great?
As part of the entire...
Let's go over here and talk.
Over here.
Over here.
Walk that way.
Just walk this. You want to, sir? Boing.
Here we are over here. I'm going to inspect this. I'll see if reason to say.
I like it, sir. How'd I do?
Well, I think it's very good, Bob. You've won top honors.
Top honors.
And I'm now going to award you with the Award of Excellence.
Award of Excellence. Oh, that's
There you are,
great.
Mud. There's your certificate.
Thank you.
Congratulations for doing a remarkable job
Well,
for keeping things tip-top.
Thank you
and all
very
that
much.
sort. It really is
Thank
very
you,
good
sir.
to see you.
Thank
And
you.
I'll be back again next year at the same time.
Thank you.
When I come,
Thank
I
you,
will
sir.
tell you, Mud.
Boy.
One thing.
I appreciate
one.
Thank you so much, sir, because you have no idea how this makes me feel, because, you know, we haven't always placed...
Mud.
Yes, sir.
Mud.
Yes, sir. Grease.
Grease.
Yes, sir.
May I see your hand, Mud?
Yes, sir. That's my hand, sir.
May I see the certificate, Mud?
Yes, sir. There's the certificate, sir.
Mud,
Yes, sir.
you flunked again.
Yes. Boy.